Today is the day. We got patch 13.5 in Escape from Tarkov, and along with it, a wipe. One of the biggest changes, literally, was the Streets expansion, which from what I can tell has doubled the size of the location. We also got a new boss, Kaban, who's taken over the car dealership, and BSG have made some changes to that area to make it much more formidable. I was able to kill Kaban and mess around with his PKM as well as the loot of his guards after several attempts. You'll see that here. I will also go over anything else that we found along with the community in these first few hours, so take a seat because there is a lot to talk about. But first, I just torpedoed my early wipe advantage by taking hours to collect all this information and edit this video, saving you all time and gear, as well as you'll find out soon enough, your lives, in-game of course. So first we have to thank today's sponsor, Enlisted. Enlisted is a very cool, free-to-play World War II multiplayer shooter available on PC, Xbox, XS, and PlayStation 5, as well as PS4 and Xbox One, all with cross-platform support. I've been personally playing Enlisted on and off for years. It's got a strong focus on historical authenticity while keeping gameplay dynamic and players always in the middle of the action. If you've never played it before, I highly suggest that you try it because it's got this very interesting combination of FPS and strategy where you aren't necessarily a single soldier, but a squad of soldiers. At any moment, you are first person controlling a specific member of the squad, but if you go down, while there's still squad members left, you switch to another squad member and keep going. You can join the battle as tank crews or pilots as well, with dozens of authentic vehicles available. I'm an armchair general as well as a World War II nerd, and the gameplay feeling that you get while playing Enlisted is super cool to me. It doesn't feel like any other game out there, especially since it's free. If you are new and want to check out Enlisted, be sure to use my link in the description where you'll get 3 days of premium time and orders for troops and weapons. We're going to start off with the quick stuff. Hidden stashes seem to be linked to the dynamic loot, which if you didn't know, there is dynamic loot. A lot of those heavy boxes, the big loot item boxes, are not where you left them. There's been loads of reports of them not being where they used to be in terms of the stashes. However, it's possible that the stashes are the same on Shoreline and Customs. It's early and it's a small test pool, but that's our hypothesis at the moment. Hidden stashes on Customs and Shoreline seem to be the same, while they're different everywhere else, at least for sure different on Interchange and Woods. So if you're going to be hitting hidden stashes, do it on Customs and Shoreline. Initial reports are there's a lot of back-end errors popping up. I did a lot of offline raids, so I didn't see it myself, but if that is true, which it seems to be, it's very much your usual wipe day shenanigans happening at the moment. If you listened to me and took Friday off instead of today, then at least for now, you'll be glad you did. It's possible it's this bad all weekend as well. As I've been mentioning, this is an insane stress test of the new tech that they've been putting in the last few months, and I'm expecting it to be bumpy as hell, and won't be surprised if it's bad for a couple weeks even. But if it is smooth after today or even this weekend, I'll be surprised, and that's a good sign in my opinion, believe it or not. While on that subject, when I was running around Streets here, as you'll see, I had the same stability as I had on the original Streets, and they definitely have doubled the size here. There's a lot of new space, which we'll get to in a second. I also got a single report that somebody lost all of their base rubles after doing the sell to fence from scav feature, but I've gotten dozens of reports that it worked fine. If you have gotten this to happen to you or somebody that you know, DM me on Discord with proof, please. I'll get it to BSG. And to be very specific here, what I'm talking about is if you did the trade defense and then it lost your rubles. If you had that happen to you where you lost all your rubles after trading defense, DM me with proof so that I can get it to BSG if that's actually the case, or this person might just be dumb. Sorry to the person that reported it. Here's the requirements for the new weapon rack in the hideout. It will be a while until you get to that. I'm not noticing any changes to the first level of the rest of the hideout at this time. There's a new level 3 vest at Ragman level 1 right at the beginning, which has 80 hit points. I think this will be pretty strong early wipe, and you can buy 4 per reset right now. He's also got some new rigs, which will show up on screen at some point. There seems to be a bunch of new gear per usual. I'm getting lots of pictures of new rigs and vests and stuff being found as well. I haven't found any of the new guns other than PKM, which we'll talk about in a second. While we're still sort of on the subject of trading, the trading UI is much cleaner and noticeably more efficient right now. You would have been seeing that on the screen while I've been talking about it. Now for the new area of the Streets expansion, which with a crude mock-up looks something like this. There is a metric shit ton of new areas to explore on the other side of Klimov and around Concordia. I haven't explored every nook and cranny yet, but I have found 2 of the new extracts with Crash Site and the new co-op extract. Crash Site is right behind Concordia, and it is indeed a helicopter crash. Just walk up to the fence right behind it. The co-op exit, which really hope that everybody understands this, you need to bring a scav with you if you're a PMC, or find a PMC if you're a scav. Really good luck with that one. Is right next to the old Klimov flare spot on the corner office area of the Pinewood Hotel. Just go down the stairs right there. I have not found the new marked rooms yet, as we presume there's at least one new one. And like I said, I haven't explored every nook and cranny, but the Klimov Mall they added alone is as big as half of Interchange at least, with both floors included. It's massive. Lots of stores, lots of places to go in there. Check out the fancy restaurant at the end. There's a room on the second floor floor with valuables in it. It's like a karaoke room or something. There's a big U-shaped couch on there. Look on the couch. You'll find some goodies on there. Do not worry about crossing Klimov anywhere up or down the road now. The only place that there's snipers is the new Klimov flare exit just around the corner to the right of where it used to be. You'll notice it'll say that it's a flare zone or whatever it says, signal area or whatever at the bottom right when you walk up to it. There's lots of new areas, including Terror Group offices, a school, lots of shops and restaurants, all of which seem to have lots of back alleys and rooms to explore. It's really a lot of new area. Now for the car dealership, this is completely different. It is completely surrounded by claymores that are not able to be blown up by grenades or shot. They are one-time use though, so if you can get some cannon fodder, friends to walk into them, then they'll be gone. It's the same as the land bridge for the lighthouse, just no Zerachi Overwatch. The back door to the garage has only 2 claymores with a third off to the left of the stairs. It's probable that it goes off when you get to the stairs. However, I could only get past the first claymore myself, but it might be possible to get there by getting just one person to die to the second claymore, where you might be able to reach that door, unless, there's another one at the top of the stairs, which to be honest, I'm not going to be surprised if there is. So if you're able to get up there with some friends, let me know. The front of the car dealership, where we're used to just walking into the side, or the front there's like there was that opening there where the sheet metal was moved to the side, that is now completely blocked off, not just by claymores, but sheet metal. You cannot enter on the left or the right or anywhere on the front of the car dealership anymore. There's a layer of claymores all around the car dealership as a whole. There's claymores several feet away from the fencing. Whenever you see grass, expect there to be a claymore in there. The only ways in are the gate entrances near ambush and that sliding door in the back, both of which have new mounted weapons watching them with AI manning them, which will likely kill you if you let them blink. You guys know the drill whenever you've gone up against AI with those machine guns, and they will know when you're looking at them. Once you get a full ADS at them through a scope or something, they'll just get off the gun and run away. They also have extra guys on the garage roof now as well. There's the initial car dealership where there was the mounted guns and you used to have scav snipers up there, and there still is scav snipers up there, but also the other roof where the garage is up above that, there's also guys up there too now. I'm guessing that we can't get up there. I forgot to look myself, and I'll do that when I'm done with this video. I doubt that you can get up there, but maybe you can, because they did change a lot about the car dealership here. Now, in terms of getting in there and looting, the thing I had the most luck with is entering from the ambush side after chucking a grenade at the mounted gun to make the guard run. You'll be watching the footage on screen at some point here. You can work your way through from that point. Just remember to watch for the guys on the other roof now too. I forgot a couple times myself, and we cannot forget our new boy Kaban and his gang. Kaban's guards are seemingly Gluhar guard level of gear and difficulty, but they likely aren't mirrored. They just seem to generally act the same and have about the same gear. I found level 5 armor and mid to late game gear on a couple of them several times. There's also sniper scavs and normal scavs mixed in there too. The guards love to rush you, and I do mean rush you. They're also doing the usual stuff of telepathically knowing when you're healing and running at you the second that you push that button, so you can bait them that way. While if you actually need to heal instead of baiting them, then good luck with that. Most of us should know how that goes. They will leave the dealership area out the doors, with one instance being one of them even came out to the main road there and shot at me, and then even threw a grenade at me before going all the way back into the car dealership. So you need to be careful, and you need to be on your toes. While we're on that subject, no, the door to the 2-story yellow building there isn't able to be opened anymore. I checked. The only ways in are the gated and fortified entrances, of which there are 2, unless you cannon fodder the back door. The XP that I was getting for killing these guards seemed quite good, so it actually might be a nice little farm there, something I'll be checking out once I'm done with this video. Eventually, after several attempts, I was able to get in and kill Kaban, and yes, he did have the PKM. I killed him with a headshot, and it seemed a bit easy for a boss, so I think a grenade injured him because I had been throwing several grenades. He was noticeably slow, and I think that could be by design since, look at him, but again, it could have been because he was injured from a grenade. The PKM is insane, and the box mags are 2x2, so you'll need a rig that can fit that, of course, if you're going to be able to run it. You can also do the thing where you put them in your backpack, like I'll be showing on screen here, and then discard it from the gun and load it from your backpack. It surprisingly didn't seem too lethargic when running around with it. Of course, you will run out of stamina quickly, but when you go prone, I think it auto deploys the new bipods because it was very smooth and easy to control. Unfortunately, I didn't think of it in the moment, but I'll check after this video. It's possible there's a hotkey to deploy the bipod. It might not have even been a bipod to make it that smooth. It seemed when I went prone and I kind of put the gun up, it seemed like it did this thing, and I didn't notice a bipod like sticking out or anything. Regardless, when you go prone, it's very controllable, and the spray pattern isn't that bad when you remember this is 7.62 by 54R. Every single one of those is a Mosin shot. Here's the sound of a full burst in case you're interested, which I'm sure plenty of you are. Yeah, PKM go burr right there. While this was going on, you can also see the new painkiller look, which is miles better than the sharpening that we had, while still being understandably disorienting. Really glad that they did this. We got the patch notes. I went over those earlier in a separate video. If you're interested, I won't be doing those here. I want to thank Enlisted again for sponsoring this video. Reminder, if you've never played before, it's free, and if you use my link in the description, you get free premium time and orders for troops and weapons. So be sure to use it. That's going to do it for my initial findings for Tarkov patch 13.5. I know there's more, but it takes time, and I got Kaban figured out as well as streets, so I figured I'd get this video out now and hope to help you guys as you're out on your first raids today and this weekend. We are working closely with the wiki, so if you find anything, please feel free to hit me up on Twitter or Discord, of which both are linked below. You'll find all of the info that I find as well as the community and a great LFG on the Discord. But that's all for now, guys. If you like this video, hit the button sub for more, comment what you think, and check out my other channels for other games right here. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a nice day. See you guys.